Welcome back. At the center of the federal and state investigation into Trayvon Martin's killing are the 911 tapes from that night. Forensic experts say the sounds we hear on those tapes can provide crucial insight into what really happened, specifically on who was yelling for help.
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
Maybe both. I'm not sure. There's just someone screaming outside.
And is it a male or female?
It sounds like a male.
And you don't know why?
I don't know why. I think they're yelling help, but I don't know. Just send someone quick. Say stop.
Okay. Does he look hurt?
I can't see him. I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going on. So they're sending him.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your phone number?
There's gunshots.
In a moment, we'll talk to two experts who've studied that phone call extensively. Today, we visited one of them, Tom Owen, at his office in New Jersey to see just how he is able to analyze the tape to find who is actually talking and what they're saying.
When I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking in so many words per second. I'm speaking in a certain manner. I'm speaking either fast or slow than somebody else. So these are all individual traits that can be utilized to make a measurement. When I speak, I'm creating acoustically, I'm creating spectrograms, or I'm giving you the time, energy, and frequency of my voice. That translates on paper to what we call a spectrogram, okay? If you were to take me speaking now and use a pitch transposer and go up a third, or another third, or another third, those spectrograms would still look the same.
Now, joining me now is Tom Owen, Chairman Emeritus of the American Board of Recorded Evidence, and Ed Primo is an audio engineer and expert in recorded evidence who has also studied the 911 tape. Thank you to both of you for being here tonight.
You're welcome, Reverend.
Thank you, Reverend.
Tom, tell us, the voice we hear yelling for help on that tape, who is yelling help, help, help?
It's my opinion that it's not Mr. Zimmerman.
Now, is your opinion it is not Zimmerman? How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I took the Zimmerman alone by himself segment of his 911 call, as well as the screams that you hear on the other 911 call, isolated those screams, and then compared the two. So Zimmerman's a known sample because he identified himself on the tape, and the comparison to that against the screams, whom we don't know scientifically who that actually is, because I have nothing to compare it to.
So if you would know if it was Trayvon Martin or not, because you don't have any samples of Trayvon Martin's voice.
That's correct.
All right, Ed, you did an independent, separate, have no connection with Tom, and you used even a different method. Is that correct?
I used a more traditional approach to the examination, but like Tom, I did edit the two samples back to back, and I've done a little bit more work on that today. And I used critical listening skills that I've developed over 28 plus years in the industry and listened to the voices critically, as well as other scientific evidence within these 911 recordings.
And what was your conclusion on who was the one on the tape yelling help?
Here's my opinion, Reverend. It's not George Zimmerman, because the voice is completely different. The human voice is like a symphony. Like Mr. Owen just said, there's characteristics that every human being has that differentiates us, just like a fingerprint would. And in this particular case, there were two people at the scene. And forensically speaking, unless there was somebody else there, I think we know who that voice is.
Now, let me ask both of you this. I just had Catherine Cryer and former U.S. Attorney Zach Carter on, and they said that this would have to be authenticated. You have both, Tom and Ed, testified in courts and have had to do this kind of testimonies at trials. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's absolutely correct.
How does it work? Tell me how it works, Tom.
Well, the authentication process is an examination process. In this instance, the tapes came from the 911 system, which is the law enforcement system. So, and nobody said that the tapes were not authenticated, but we can conduct an examination on the original tapes should they be provided to us from the 911 call center.
Ed, your experience in courts and what kind of experiences have you had in terms of hard cross-examinations that you feel you'd be able, if you were to be called, if there is a trial here, to deal with why you've come to this conclusion?
Reverend, we're forensic experts that are on a legal team involved in a litigation. It's our job to bring out whatever clues that we could find from the recordings to the team captain and then make a determination on how to use these. These recordings are authentic. They came from the 911 call center. I think authentication may not be the word we're looking for here, but we're all trying to find some answers. And that's what Tom and I have been involved in the last 48 hours.
Now, Tom, let me ask you something. Ed, let me say something. I want to talk about another piece of the tape. I know last night you said, Ed, that on the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell that you do hear a racial slur. But Tom, you're not so sure. Am I right, Tom?
That's correct.
And let me play to you exactly what was said. That's Tom, that's you trying to figure out what was said where this slur is supposed to be. Is that correct?
I believe so.
And you can't come up in your mind or in your hearing with the slur to take a position on this, that you can affirm it or say that you hear the slur?
Oh, basically, Rev, what I hear is, what I heard is I didn't hear. The fact of the matter is I did not hear the word that's in question here. And I don't know if I can say it on the air or not, but
But you did hear a curse word.
I'm not sure what I hear there, but I just don't. I'm looking for a ooh sound, and I'm not getting linguistically an ooh sound, and that's fairly clear to me. And what you were playing before is just one word. If you play the whole three or four words, it's easier to tell exactly what we're listening to.
All right. Well, it will be determined. I noted what Ed said last night, and I wanted to give you the opportunity for your opinion. Tom Owen and Ed Primo, thanks for your time tonight to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Still ahead, I'll respond to critics on the right who say a TV host has no business fighting for justice.